Hi everyone, what's up? I hope your day is going swimmingly. A, an, and the. They are actually tiny words, short words, 1 letter, 2 letter, 3 letter words, but they're tricky, right? We know when to use them, but why do we still misuse them? So that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. I'm going to share with you the uses of a, and, and the in detail. So grab your pens and papers and join me until the end of this video. And if you're new to this channel, I'm making English video lessons and tips. So you may want to hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will be updated with my new uploads. Let's get started. This is what you need to know. A, an, and the are called articles. And article is actually one of the type of determiners. They are called determiners because they determine the noun in a sentence. So you put the determiners before the noun when you construct a sentence. So when to really use a, an, and the? Let's go to the basic uses first, going to more advanced uses. A and an are used for singular countable nouns. It's almost the same with the meaning like one. A is used for words that start with consonant sounds, like a dog, a flower, a university student, a firefighter, a teacher. An is used for words that start with vowel sounds, like an alligator, an elephant, an animal, an egg, an opportunity. So that's the first use. The is used for singular nouns, plural countable nouns, and uncountable nouns. Singular nouns like the lion, the car, the tree, the person. Plural nouns like the lions, the cars, the trees, the people. Uncountable nouns like the bread, the information, the water. Be careful with this. The pronunciation of the changes when you put it before a certain word. You pronounce the as the for words that start with vowel sound, like the egg, the animals, the opportunity. And you pronounce the as the for words that start with consonant sounds, like the cars, the trees, the tables, the bag. So that's a pronunciation of the. Now let's talk about general and specific. A and an are used for more general type of things, like I need a phone. So a phone, any phone, which type of phone? So it's more general. But the is used for more specific things. Let's say I bought a new book. Oh, let's read the book. So the book here is talking about a specific type of book which your friend just bought. That's the new book. So again, a and an are used for more general things, but the is used for more specific things. When it comes to mentions, a and an are used to talk about something that you mentioned for the first time. But we use the for something that you mentioned for the second time, or something that you mentioned again. Let's take a look at this example. We stayed at a hotel when we went on vacation. The receptionist at the hotel was very friendly. So, at a hotel is when I mention that thing for the first time. But I mention it again, so I use the, because we already know what kind of hotel I am talking about. Another example, I live in an apartment. The apartment is big enough for me. So an apartment, I mentioned it for the first time, and the apartment, I mentioned that apartment for the second time. So it means we know what apartment I am talking about. It still sounds more specific, right? The next use of a and an is when you talk about a kind of person or a kind of thing that you mean. For example, he is a really nice person. So I know what kind of person he is. He's a really nice person. What a lovely dress! So I tell you what kind of dress that is. It's a lovely dress. I want to stay at a 5-star hotel. So what kind of hotel? A 5-star hotel. So a and an are used for talking about what kind of thing or person we mean. The is used to talk about which thing or person we mean. It means that we are talking and that thing is clear for both of us. We know what we are talking about. We both know what we mean. I'll give you an example. Can you turn off the light? So if we are in a room and I ask you to turn off the light, we both know what light it is. The light is something that both of us mean. Which thing we mean? It is clear for both of us. He didn't like the movie that you suggested. So the movie, we both know which movie it is. It is the movie that you suggested. So again, the is used when we talk about which thing or person we mean. It is clear for both of us what we are talking about. So we use the. Now let's move on to another use of a and an. And this is an interesting thing because nouns have this countable and uncountable, right? And an uncountable noun is obviously those that you cannot count. But a and an can be used for those. How can we do that? We use a and an with a quantifier and an uncountable noun. We don't say a water, but we say a bottle of water. We don't say a tea, but we say a cup of tea. We say a bowl of rice, a carton of milk. So we use a and an with a quantifier plus an uncountable noun. Another use of the is for some certain places. There's an exception for this, but there are some certain places that uses the. Say for example, go to the movies, go to the cinema, go to the mall, go to the office, go to the dentist, the doctor. So those words need to use the. When you are talking about somebody's job, you have to use a or an. I'm a teacher. My brother wants to be an engineer. My friend is an architect. My husband wanted to be a doctor. So when you talk about somebody's job, you have to use a or an. A and an can also be used to mean per. Like, let's say, I shoot videos once per week. So instead of using per, you can use a. I shoot videos once a week. Or let's say $5 per kilo. So instead of using per kilo, you can say a kilo. $5 a kilo. Once a day. 3 times a day. 3 times a month. So a and an can be used to replace the word per in a sentence. When there is only one of something, like it's a unique thing, then you can use the. With words like the world, it's unique, right? It's only one. The sun, the moon, the sky, the universe. So the is useful for those words. We also use the for daily things. Things that we use daily or every day, like the internet, the radio, the newspaper. But we don't say the TV. Why? We say I listen to the radio, but we say I watch TV. We don't say I watch the TV. But you may ask this in the comment section, so I will bring it up to you. If you say I watch TV, and another one is, can you turn off the TV? Teacher, why do we use watch TV and turn off the TV? I watch TV is I'm talking about a TV program, what I watch on TV. Can you turn off the TV? The TV here is talking about the TV set. So that's the difference. The next use of the is probably familiar to you. It's for musical instruments like the piano, the violin, the guitar. Let's say she loves playing the piano. I can play the guitar. Playing the violin looks elegant. So we use the with musical instruments. The is also used with superlatives. Superlatives. Those are adjectives like the best, the most, the biggest, the brightest, the most important, the most beautiful, the least interesting, the least attractive. So those words are superlatives and they need the. Yes. The is also used with ranking or ordering expressions. So meaning you're ranking something or you're ordering something. Basically, these are the first, the second, the third, the next, the previous, something like that. So those words are ranking or ordering expressions, and we use the with those words. The is used when we talk about directions. But be careful, the is only used if it follows a preposition. We don't use the if it follows a verb. Let's have some examples. So we say our house is not in the north. So in is a preposition, so we use the. I live in the west of Turkey. So in the west of Turkey, there is a preposition. Go to the right and you'll see it. So to the right, to is a preposition. But we say they need to drive south all night. So drive south. We don't use the because there is a verb, drive. Go right and you'll see it. So a while ago I mentioned go to the right. So to is a preposition. But in this example, go right and you'll see it. Go is a verb and we don't need to use the along with the verb. We use the with an adjective to talk about groups of people. For example, words like the poor, the elderly, the rich, the unemployed, the sick. So if you use them, they are referring to the group of people. Let's have an example sentence. The organization is helping the poor. So the poor here is talking about the poor people or a group of poor people. We need more jobs for the unemployed. So the unemployed in this sentence is talking about unemployed people. You won't believe it, but the is also used for nationality adjectives that end in ch, sh, is, or s. And they're used to talk about people of that country, normally with plural meaning. Just like the Spanish, the British, the French, the Dutch, the Chinese, the Vietnamese, the Japanese, the Swiss. So those words end in the sounds that I told you a while ago. We use the for them. The Spanish are famous for bullfighting. So the Spanish is mainly talking about Spanish people and they are famous for bullfighting. The Chinese are known for using chopsticks while eating. So the Chinese, it's referring to Chinese people. Another use of the is for names that have republic, take note of this, republic, states, Kingdom, Emirates, countries like the UK, the United Kingdom, the Dominican Republic, the United States of America, the United Arab Emirates. So those countries have the words that I mentioned, and we need the for these names of countries. We also use the for plural names of people and places. This is common for family names like the Smiths, the Obamas, the Jacksons, places like the Netherlands, the Alps, the Philippines. I heard that we use the Philippines. It's a plural form because it consists of a group of islands. So comment down if you agree with that. Yeah. Since we're talking about places, let's go to another use of the, and we use it for names of seas, oceans, rivers, canals, desert, just like the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Red Sea, the Mediterranean Sea. What else? The Amazon River, the Nile River, the Sahara Desert, the Gobi Desert. So those names of places, they need the. And we also use the for the names of the buildings. Famous buildings like the Empire State, the White House, the Palace Theater. Those names of buildings, they also need the. Alright, and the last use of the is with names with of. Just like the Great Wall of China, the University of Cambridge, the Tower of London, the Museum of Modern Art. So those names of places have of, and we also use the with those names. There you go, a lot of uses, right? It's so detailed. And I hope that when you speak English next time, or even when you write in English, I hope you can use a, and the more effectively. Which of these uses you found interesting? You can comment down below. I would love to see them. Or you can even make your own sample sentences. Let's check them together on the comment section. And don't forget to hit thumbs up. Share this video with your friends who want to learn English. And please subscribe to my amazing channel so you can learn when and how to use your English. See you soon on my next video.